Hey guys, Todd Falcone here in my studio downstairs in my home, and just wanted to produce one last video for the end of 2012. I haven't produced much in the last few weeks because I've been traveling. Just got back from Costa Rica a couple days ago and just kind of enjoying life. So it's interesting, and I don't know how long this video is going to be. It might be a little bit longer than most of them. It could be 8 to 10 minutes. I have no idea, but just bear with me. This time of the year is kind of interesting because this is when people start resolving to do stuff, and people start to throw out stuff about goal setting and planning, which is obviously important. And I think it kind of, after a while, it becomes like every year it's like the same thing, another resolution, another time for goal setting, and and it's like, how many people do you know that resolve to do something and it lasts like 3 days or a week or a month, and then it just kind of goes away? So I'm not gonna really talk about resolutions. I'm not gonna talk about goal setting per se, but this is a really good time of the year to do a couple things. We're right at the tail end of 2012, moving into a new year. It is a fresh start. January 1, an opportunity for you to kind of put behind you the things that maybe you haven't done or done as well as you could have, and get a fresh start, a new start, if you will. And and I'm sure many of you watching this video right now are kind of putting the plans together and doing all that stuff. And I had a really interesting experience. I was down in Costa Rica for about 4 days. I was hanging out with a group of entrepreneurs, very successful people, playing, ATVing, going and river rafting, surfing every day. And in our downtimes, we were just kind of interacting about each other's businesses. And I had a conversation with the guy on the sofa, one of the guys in the group who's a retired multimillionaire. He's 42 years of age, doesn't have to work, and just has been very, very successful in his life. And we got to talking about executing a plan. And I want to kind of go through what happened in that conversation with me and a couple of realizations that occurred, and allow you to kind of take that information and use it in your business. So right now, this would be my suggestion to you. If you're looking to make next year a bigger and better year, this is a very good time. It's like we're right in between, like almost up to Christmas and whatever. I don't know when I'm going to put this video up, but before Christmas. So we got this like week to 10 days at the end of the year where people are wrapping stuff up for their business and finishing their holiday shopping and all of that. But it's a good time for you to look back at your year and go, okay, well, what did I do that was good? Time for reflection. What did I do that really worked well? And why did that work well? What did I do that, what were some of the decisions that I made that didn't work out so well, that weren't so good? How can I improve on the things that I did well? How can I eliminate the things that I didn't do so well? And just kind of, recap your 2012 and go, well, where am I? I mean, if I gave myself a performance rating, if you will, what would be my performance rating based on my productivity in 2012? And I mean, if you're watching my video, you're likely following me because you're looking for stuff on making money and being successful in network marketing, and I've been pretty decent at it over the last couple of decades. So this is what I do at the end of the year. I'll look back at kind of a review of the year, missed opportunities. I'll go through all my old call logs and find new opportunities that maybe I lost throughout the year, and kind of begin to get things ready for the new year. You've heard the phrase, and I actually use it on a conference call. I mean, maybe you have, I don't know. But, if you don't make a plan for yourself, chances are that you're going to fit into somebody else's plan, and the plans that person's going to have for you aren't going to be nearly as good as the ones that you'd have for yourself if you just took the time to actually make the plan. And I think Jim Rohn actually was the first person that said that, or maybe not, it doesn't matter. But I think that makes a lot of sense, because, and this is going back to the sofa, right? So I'm sitting down on the sofa with this dude, and we're talking about just success in business, and he was, we were talking about planning and executing a plan. So let's take I'm going to assume for a moment that you've made a plan for 2013, and that when you make that plan, I want you to imagine this, that it's a road. And that road is either straight or curved, doesn't matter, but it's the road that you're on January 1 to December 31, and the end of the year is the end of that particular road that you're on. So we're looking at this 12-month time frame. And on that road that you're on, because you've made a plan, now this doesn't count if you didn't make a plan, but if you've made a plan, like if you're going to execute a plan to get something specific accomplished in 2013, that plan essentially is this road, and that road has no exits. There's no stops. There's no gas stations. There's no pit stops. There's no rest areas. There's no fast food joints. There's no potty stops. There's none of that. And you don't have to have that because you got food in your car. You got a bathroom in your car. And it's one of those weird cars that we just created out of thin air. And it's just got everything that you need on your road trip. And there's no brakes. There's just gas. So when you press go, it's just go. And you're going. So you're traveling down the road. And there's bumps in the road that you hit. But there's no exits. There's no detours. It's just you're staying on the road. And there's obstacles and things that take place. Now, even though, this is my point, even though you've created that situation for yourself where there are no detours or exits, there will always be people, things, circumstances that come along which there's essentially an opening that takes place, which you're kind of guided. There's flashing lights, flash, flash, flash. It's like, come over here, see this, take a look at this, help me out with this, let me show you this thing, or hey, take a peek at this. And I don't necessarily mean other network marketing companies. I mean anything that takes you away from you being on that road to whatever your desired destination is. And when I was talking with this guy, the thing that came up was he decided and basically made a rule for himself in his business that, look, here's why I was able to accomplish what I accomplished. I made a plan for myself. These were the things that were necessary for me to accomplish my plan, and I would not deviate even when often invited to deviate. Like, there's always going to be things, there's always going to be people that come to you or distractions, however they may appear, that pull you away from your plan. And he made the decision that if whatever that distraction was that came along, in whatever form that it came along, did not directly contribute to him getting to the end of the road, to him getting to his desired destination, his desired outcome, that he would just say no. So I think what we need to do, and my suggestion for you, and the whole point of this video, is essentially learning to say no. Say yes to you, but say no to other things that don't directly contribute to you executing your plan. And it's very challenging because things are going to come along the way, along the road, that will pull you off of your plan, and all of a sudden you're over here for a second, right? And now you're a few steps behind in your plan. You got to get back on the road. So the reason people are able to create significant results and get to that desired destination is because they don't detour. They don't take a pit stop. They can, yeah, okay, hey, nice to see you. Thanks for inviting me to take a look at your thing, but I'm going this way. That's not part of my plan. Going over here is not part of my plan. You understand what I'm saying? So, but if you don't have a plan for yourself, if you haven't taken the time to create a plan for yourself, there will be detours everywhere. Like every 10 feet will be an exit here, an exit there. And then at the end of the year, you'll be like, well, how come I didn't produce any significant results? Because you're over here and you're over there and you're detouring all over the place. And I just, it's not like this was a great epiphany to me that, you need to maintain. It's all about focus, right? I mean, that's really the key phrase here, key word here is focusing on getting to where it is that you want to go and not letting anything, even though it will come along, pull you off of your road. So, and it's like it was just such an interesting conversation with this guy because that's just a rule he made. He goes, I said no. I said no to everybody. I said no to just like anybody. If it didn't fit into my plan, the answer was no. Not let me think about it. Well, call me later. Maybe, I'll ponder it a little bit. Maybe I'll take a peek at it. It was just no. Didn't fit into the plan? No. I've got my plan. I'm going this direction. Nothing's going to pull me off of it. I think that's a great lesson and something to consider, and not only consider, but apply in your business in 2013. So I appreciate you for plugging in to all of my videos, my training calls, all that other stuff that I do. I'm wishing you a very happy holiday season, a Merry Christmas, a Happy New Year, and a very prosperous 2013, a successful year for you. Make it the best year you can possibly make it. And we'll see you in 2013. Have a great one.